Hi everyone, welcome to T&J in the Community. I'm Andrew, and today we are going to be talking about a health-related issue. So all you exercisers, pay attention. To help us with that, we have Allison Tagge, who is a local PAL resident, physical therapist, and happens to be a member at T&J. So thanks for meeting with us, Allison.
Sure, Andrew.
So tell us a little about yourself.
Hi, I'm Allison Tagge, and I'm a physical therapist at Mount Carmel. I work up in Lewis Center, up 23 by Menards, and I specialize in pelvic floor physical therapy. I've been doing physical therapy for about 15 years. I live here in PAL, and I love T&J.
Well, thanks for that. Thanks for the little plug there.
My favorite place.
Well, tell us a little bit more about what pelvic floor dysfunction is.
Typically, there's two categories that we would diagnose people. So one would be incontinence. So it'd be stress incontinence would be one thing you might experience. So leaking when you cough, sneeze, jump, or lift. And then also pelvic pain. So any sort of pain in the pelvis from previous surgeries, low back pain that can typically cause pain with sexual activity or even with sitting.
Okay, very good. So who in particular might see symptoms of pelvic floor dysfunction?
Typical people who may have the incontinence are going to be women who've been pregnant and had babies. So they're going to be the ones that mostly have the incontinence. It also comes with menopause, so it does come with aging. But we can also see it in men who've had any sort of prostate surgery. They can also have incontinence. And then in terms of pelvic pain, that can be anyone who's had previous back pain, chronic low back pain, or any sort of pelvic or low back surgeries.
Okay, so it sounds like a lot of people might actually see some symptoms of this but not really know it, and it goes undiagnosed, right?
Absolutely. I think it's an area that people don't want to talk about. Maybe friends or girlfriends talk about it with each other, but nobody brings it up to their physician until it becomes a serious problem.
Okay. Now, how do you go about treating pelvic floor dysfunction?
Okay. Typically, there's two things that we do for the incontinence. First thing we do is biofeedback. So when you come into the clinic, we use a sensor. We insert this sensor, and then it reads the pressure of your Kegel. So it reads the pressure of your pelvic floor contraction. And you can see on the screen, when you relax, the line goes down, and when you contract, the line goes up. So we do a series of exercises with the biofeedback. The other treatment that we use is electrical stimulation. So the same sensor is attached to electrical stimulation, and that actually contracts your pelvic floor for you. So it gives you an extra strength that you may not necessarily be able to achieve on your own. So those are the two sort of basic ways to do your Kegel exercises in the clinic.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like a little workout, right?
It is like
Gives
a little
you
workout. Yes, and we start you off with lying on your back, but then we then progress you to eventually jumping while using the machines, walking, moving from sit to stand, whatever activity it is that causes you leakage, will reproduce that activity with the sensor in so that you can see what your pelvic floor is doing with that activity.
Okay, interesting. Oh, sounds fun.
Yes, it is.
Real technical, but it's fun.
Yes, yes.
Now, what's one tip you would give some exercisers who might be experiencing symptoms of pelvic floor dysfunction?
Sure. One tip I would give is if you are having knee pain, back pain, any sort of orthopedic pain during your exercise, it could be you're doing the exercise improperly and just need to have it tweaked by one of the trainers. But it could be you're injured. And if you have an injury, it's best to see your physician, get a referral for physical therapy, and come in to see us. Now, if you're having leakage when you're doing the jumping jacks or any sort of quick movements, that can be addressed too. The same route, see your primary care or see your OBGYN, have them give you a prescription for pelvic floor physical therapy, and come over to Mount Carmel to see us for pelvic floor rehab.
Great. Well, thanks so much for meeting with us, Allison.
Yeah,
this is
sure.
a lot of great information. I'm sure a lot of people are probably going to take a lot from this.
I hope
and
so.
learn something. So thanks for meeting with us today for T&J in the Community. If you have any questions at all about pelvic floor dysfunction, please stop into T&J. We'll give you Allison's information, or we'll also post her information on the video so you can contact her directly. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week.